What brings you out here? What else are you doing while you're in town?
My boy Lil TJ was trying to link up with me. I just was with him last night. I ended up falling asleep and shit. We was supposed to go to the studio. Then my birthday was just yesterday too, so
oh shit!
I came
Happy
out
birthday!
Here to just catch that vibe. Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm just turned 22.
Holy shit! You done a lot of living, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not enough though.
Not enough. So for those who don't know, you are the younger brother of the one and only Young Pappy, who you know was basically taking Chicago by storm around what, like 2015 was kind of like the big blowout year before he was taken from us.
Yep. He was going crazy. I was around that time I was still producing. I wasn't even rapping then. I was making beats for him and we was just making it happen. He really took it to the next level for sure.
So let's talk about like your younger days when you were like real young. What was your upbringing like at that point, and talk about the environment that you were being raised in.
I mean, I come from a 2-parent home, big family. It's 8 of us total, my siblings. You know what I'm saying?
8 kids in total. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm the youngest, so growing up it was just, you know what I'm saying, a lot of hectic shit. You know what I'm saying, being the youngest. But I ain't really had that much responsibility because there's so many of us. You know what I'm saying, but. I first originally, like as far back as I can remember, came up back to the north side around 2004. You know what I'm saying? Lived in the uptown area. Before that, we was living on the south side on 53rd. Then shit, you know, it was cool, you know. Up north, when I was a real young boy, I wasn't really thinking about the streets like that. I never even knew that they existed at first, you know what I'm saying? I was just around, you know what I'm saying? Then when shit started happening, you know, my brother started getting in the streets, I started seeing it, trying to follow behind him, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't really want that type of lifestyle for me, so he always tell me like, I'm tweaking and, you know what I'm saying, stay in the house and focus on school and shit like that. But he always been rapping as long as I've been living.
Oh, okay. So the rap part of it came before you guys really like found out about the street shit or got even involved in that?
My brother been rapping since he was a baby, like literally like 4 years old, he been rapping, like wanting to do this shit, like, and reading the dictionary, just learning new words, and had a little rhyme dictionary, trying to learn what words rhyme with what, all type of shit. Like, he been rapping before the internet, like, so yeah.
So he pushed you in the direction to get into making beats at some point, or how did that happen?
Yeah, he convinced me that I should do it, because it'd just be easier for him, you know what I'm saying, to just have the beats, and then we own everything, you know what I'm saying, and just take over like that as a team. And I like music, you know what I'm saying, because of my brother, my older brother too, you know what I'm saying, BUW, he was rapping, he taught Pappy how to rap. So it was just like, I was just fascinated with how raw they was with this shit. Like, I just couldn't believe it, so I just started to, you know what I'm saying, wanting to get involved with that, but I didn't see myself rapping, so.
Right.
That's how that happened.
So then how did he kind of start to gravitate more towards the street shit? And like, I have to ask the question, like when Chief Keef and that whole drill movement came out in Chicago, how much of an impact and how much of a change did that make? Because I feel like for any kid from Chicago, that was like a crazy moment where everything changed. I
mean, I feel like the turning point was when people that was close to my brothers, they started dying, and you know what I'm saying, like, shit went from fighting to killing, you know what I'm saying, and my brother, you know what I'm saying, he takes shit really hard like that, you know what I'm saying, so that's when that happened. But my brother been fucking around since like 2008, so that's before the Chief Keef era, but the Chief Keef era definitely affected the whole Chicago. I say that affected Chicago because everybody got more disrespectful, like, after that, like, you know what I'm saying, that's what I noticed after the Chief Keef era, really.
Because you all of a sudden had a dude who was like the most successful young kid from Chicago, and his whole brand was, you know, him, you know, we know Sosa for just basically being like unapologetically himself, but he was somebody who was talking shit, clearly wrapped up in the street stuff, whatever, and like brought it to his music, and it was like, it was only a matter of time before people could start seeing that, and like the younger generation wanting to sort of emulate that to a certain extent.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. Like, once Sosa came out and all them, Lil Reese and Fredo and all them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna really say too much Fredo because he didn't really like name drop diss people like that, you know what I'm saying? But
he kind of stayed away from a lot of that. Yeah,
you know
I think he didn't want Keef to be on that as much at a certain point.
Right, but yeah, like, everybody just felt like they had to challenge that, you know what I'm saying, to go above the next disrespectful whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's just how my own opinion, of course, but they just hear what the next motherfucker saying about they people, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say something back that's just 10 times worse.
Just escalate,
you know
worse and worse.
It's escalating. Now everybody just, you know what I'm saying, it's just the norm now because a motherfucker made that popular. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So when did Young Pappy start to get a buzz going? Like, do you remember what that was like? The first little hints that he was going to be something?
Yeah, he had came home from like, he was a juvenile. He was in juvenile prison. He came home from juvenile prison. We had like this little laptop, and he just recorded like.
And what was he locked up for at that time?
I don't even remember. Probably like some robbery shit or something like that. Just some goofy shit he used to be doing back in the day. But
okay,
we had this little ass laptop, and he just came home like focused on rapping. Like, man, I'm finna just go crazy. He had like 15 mixtapes of raps, like literally like all type of fucking notebooks filled with that shit. And he just downloaded this Audacity on there, like, and just recorded that shit off the laptop and just dropped it. Like, he remixed that Drake and 2 Chainz song, Oh My, like, and just dropped it on YouTube, like, and that shit was like, the quality was bogus as fuck, but I was just like, damn, he not playing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then he got locked back up and came home quick though, you know what I'm saying? He was like still focusing. He was like, man, I need to buy a microphone so it can sound better, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he was on house arrest. So this was around like 2012. Yeah, this was around 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got off house arrest and just started shooting videos, you know what I'm saying? But he always was just inconsistent because he steady was in and out of jail. But I'll say around like the end of 2012, like I really saw like when he shot his first video, I knew it was gonna be that because he already had the support of the whole North Side. Everybody been knowing he knew how to rap since forever because he been like, every motherfucker see him and ask him to rap, spit this, spit that, like he'd just be rapping and rapping, like rapping against motherfuckers. So every motherfucker, he was behind him. And yeah, he just shot the first video and never looked back, but he got locked up, steady getting locked up, and then he came home and remixed Chirac, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is around 2014 now, or 13. He came home and remixed Chirac and sent it to me, and I was just like, oh man, like, he ain't playing, like, he really not playing, like, and this shit finna go to that point because at first he felt like he had to dumb a lot of his songs down just, you know what I'm saying, for people to like him more because he always been lyrical, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he just was making music, just party music, shit that people would just like, catch on too quick, but then he was starting to get back to that lyrical, but still like hype, you know what I'm saying? So,
do you think that when he was doing those little bids that partially like helped put him on to like the shit that he should be rapping about? Because I always hear from like younger dudes who they get locked up and all of a sudden they're around like a shitload of older dudes who are really with the business, and then all of a sudden they fucking just get put onto the game a whole lot more. And like in this sense, it sounds like his music started to crack off like around that time. Do you think there was an influence from that?
of course, yeah, you go to jail, you meet a lot of, you know what I'm saying, real dudes that's in there, you know what I'm saying, that been there, you know what I'm saying, and been in your shoes too, you know what I'm saying? So I could definitely say that had an impact on it, him steadily having to go through that process, you know what I'm saying, and deal with the system, and you know what I'm saying, deal with the people inside of the system on both sides of the system. So yeah, I definitely, because that take an effect on me and my music, you know what I'm saying? Like every time I done been in and out of jail, I come home and I just feel like I'm way beyond what I just was before I was locked up, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So do you feel like at that time when he was first starting to come out, were you guys deep in the street shit enough that, like, did he have enemies at that point?
It was already up there at that point, like, because people was already dying on both sides, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no looking back. And then, like I said, like when Sosa came out and like popularized it to just be disrespectful, like, you know what I'm saying, towards, well, I ain't gonna say just Sosa, you know what I'm saying, but the whole Sosa era, you know what I'm saying, made that shit more popular, you know what I'm saying? And every motherfucker took that shit and ran with it, you know what I'm saying? And Pappy brought that shit up north, you know what I'm saying? And just like, every motherfucker up north was shocked that he was even coming like that, you know what I'm saying? Because people up north wasn't really doing shit like that. People up north wasn't even making music like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he was already a known rapper on the north side, like one of the best motherfuckers. Him and my older brother, BUW, like they was the two best rappers on the north side. Like they was all over just killing motherfuckers, rapping like on the street, you know what I'm saying? Before they was even recording music.
Right.
So every motherfucker already knew about that shit. So when he just started shooting videos and all that shit, and that just made it just get even bigger and bigger, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And so you were just, like, to what extent were you around for that whole ride that he was on in that sense? Because, like, you know, he's doing it rapping-wise. Were you making some of those beats that he was rapping on at that point?
Not in the very beginning.
Not the early ones,
yeah,
right?
but, like, not the ones he was shooting videos to and, like, you know, but, yeah, because we was doing it at the same time. Like, I feel like when his quality improved, my quality improved. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we started from just like off a little microphone, well, really just the computer. Like, we was recording off the computer's microphone at first, and then I was just trying to make beats off that same slow ass computer. Like, and then like once we got more computers, and then he got a microphone, and then he started going to a studio, and then I started meeting other people who was doing music, and they was helping me. We all helping each other. It was just getting better. So, like, yeah, I was around for the whole process.
So did you start feeling like was he like famous in the area like pretty early on? Like, were those YouTube videos having that effect of like really making him like a celebrity in the city?
Yeah, but not like throughout the whole city. Just like he always stood out as an individual in the first place. You know what I'm saying? He was already a popular person, like, because he always moved around and he always met new people. He always interacted. He was a social person. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people knew him just off knowing him. You know what I'm saying? If you knew him, you knew he rapped already. So once you see this shit, you gonna really like want to see this shit because you know what you finna see.
Right.
Like, you want to see him do it because every motherfucker gonna tell him you need to just focus on rapping. You gonna make it. You raw as fuck. Like, I never heard nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was people's reaction every time he just rap to them. Like, if you was right here, if you was right here right now, you told him to just spit something right now. Like, he wouldn't see you stop rapping tomorrow or something. Like, that's how much raps he had in his head. You know?
always know that kind of guy who just like, some people go in the booth to rap, and some people are just freestyling. That's just their way of existing.
Yeah, he was just another animal with that shit. I don't even know how to describe it.
So was he trying to encourage you to sort of stay away from being involved with gang shit and violence and stuff like that, or what was the attitude about that?
Yeah, he was. Like, he didn't condone me with that, nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it just like, he was so focused on whatever it is that he had going on. It's like, he couldn't really make sure that I wasn't doing what it is that he didn't want me doing. You know what I'm saying? So I would still be doing shit behind his back, you know what I'm saying, behind my whole family back. Like, none of them would know, you know what I'm saying? I just run with a whole totally separate crowd, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just do whatever it is that I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever it is that I seen them doing or that I felt like they was doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that was just my curiosity for whatever it is that they was doing in the street, you know what I'm saying? Like,
were your parents kind of in the dark about what their sons' lives were becoming like?
my mom, yeah. Like, my mom was a lot in the dark about it, but my daddy, like, he was in the street himself, so he could already see the tendencies, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he never really had no certainty about me, you know what I'm saying? Like, he knew my other two brothers, of course, yeah, but nobody in my family really knew what I was doing like that because I just keep it secret because I didn't want none of them to know because I was basically living a double identity at first, like this good kid with my family and just in the street doing all type of shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Definitely. Another classic interview in the books. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and head on over to nojumper.com to support. Appreciate y'all.